Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking all about cybersecurity. What is cybersecurity? Why is it so in demand? Why does organizations spend so much to protect their infrastructure, and why are cybersecurity professionals in high demand? My name is Afiz Adeyemo, and today I'm going to be explaining the core and basic concepts of cybersecurity. Now, what is cybersecurity? Cybersecurity is the process of protecting your computers, servers, network, applications, cloud, and data from cyber attack. In simple terms, when you try to use vocabularies, it gets confusing. Whatever you do, whatever practices you put in place, whatever frameworks or policies you put in place to make sure that your computers, servers, data does not get compromised is cybersecurity. Now, what are the main categories of cybersecurity? For a lot of people, they will tell you there are three main categories. Some will say 5, some will say 10. For me, I like to go with the 5 because it explains each category based on where they fall under. The first one is infrastructure security, and this is the process of protecting your IT infrastructure, your servers, your computers, whatever you have in your IT setup. The process of protecting those hardware falls under infrastructure security. Then we have the network security. What is your network? Internet. Whatever policies, applications, solutions you put in place to make sure that your network is secure and safe falls under network security. Thirdly, we have cloud security, and because of COVID and because of the whole digital transformation, a lot of organizations are now adopting the cloud. And if you are adopting the cloud, it means you have to make sure it is safe and secure. Whatever practices you put in place to make sure your cloud is secure falls under cloud security. The next one is application security. All organizations now have mobile apps, web apps that people can, have access to their services from wherever they are in the world, from banks to insurance companies to auto companies to food delivery companies. They have applications where you can go on and request for their service. Whatever those organizations have put in place to make sure that those applications are safe and secure fall under application security. Then the third one, the last one for me, which is the 5th, is IoT security, which basically means Internet of Things. IoT is still basically new to a lot of people, which the whole concept is still a bit gray, and you don't know what falls under IoT. But basically, whatever appliance you can connect to the internet and you can make use of or control over the internet falls under IoT. So for example, if you can hook your air conditioner up to the internet and you can control it from wherever you are, that is an IoT device. Now, why is cybersecurity so important? Organizations spend billions of dollars, or let's say millions, to make sure they are secure because these organizational data, if they fall into the wrong group, if they fall into the hands of cyber criminals, they can hold them to ransom and demand huge sum of money, which is basically the whole idea of ransomware. But I'm not going to dive into that today. I'm just going to try to explain to you that for a lot of organizations, whatever they spend to make sure that their infrastructure or their data is secure is very, very minute and small compared to ransom they will pay to hackers or criminal groups if they get breached. So because of that, organizations need to spend a lot of money to make sure that their whole environment is safe. Now, this comes to the very important question: why are the jobs such in high demand, and why are they paying so much? Which means if you're watching this video, now is probably the perfect time for you to get into cybersecurity. to get your first job and also, earn good sum when it comes to making sure that network, infrastructure, applications, or cloud are secure. You may be wondering that how will you get into this field? It might sound difficult or strange to you, but it's actually very, very simple. For a lot of cybersecurity jobs, you need a certification. There are a lot of certifications you can take to, become eligible for different jobs. But for me, I always encourage people to go more for the knowledge. Once you know what you're doing, you can always excel at the interview and also on the job, compared to if you just get some past questions and you just prepare for the interview and pass, and you get on the job, you cannot deliver. So I'm going to be listing some certifications you can do more research on, prepare for and take, that can land you your first cybersecurity job. And now, before I go further, I'm going to like to clarify that for people without technical background and you want to go into cybersecurity, it is very important for you to do your research and find out which aspect of cybersecurity you're going to be more comfortable in. There are so many aspects of cybersecurity that you don't even need to be technical to get into and to excel in. But if you have a technical background and you like to get hands-on with things, you like to be in the thick of things, see how things work, and make sure that you are the guy responsible for keeping your organization safe, then you can consider the more technical aspect of cybersecurity. But for today, I'm just going to be randomly mentioning the certifications and the career paths, and you by yourself can decide which one you want to take. And the first career path I'm going to mention is the Cybersecurity Analyst role. This is one of the most in-demand roles in the world. Whatever the organization is, either it is a bank, or it is a multinational, or it is an oil firm, it is an insurance firm, they all need a cybersecurity analyst to make sure that all their systems is up to date, is in perfect condition, and they are secure and safe. A cybersecurity analyst, might take several certifications, and usually these are not entry-level roles. So you can't say your first job is going to be a cybersecurity analyst. If you have a technical background, if previously you worked in IT or you used to work as a service desk analyst, you can transition into cybersecurity and take up an analyst role. But if you're trying to break into cybersecurity, you can consider a more subtle role to get you familiar into the whole environment before you go for the top roles. So back to cybersecurity analyst. For you to start, you need to take your Security Plus from CompTIA. This is a very, very fundamental basic certification for anybody looking to become a cybersecurity analyst to take, because it grants you in all the basics of cybersecurity everything you need to know to build a successful career and also to excel in the role. So guys, the CompTIA Security Plus is a very, very fundamental and fantastic certification to take. The next role I'm going to be mentioning today is the auditor role, the cybersecurity auditor role. And this, you simply need to take the CISA, which is the Certified Information Security Auditor. So this is offered by ISACA, and it is one of the most in-demand certifications in the world. As a matter of fact, if you go on LinkedIn, Indeed, and the other job sites, about 70% of them has CISA certification as one of the requirements, one of the job requirements to land those roles. So if you're looking to go into cybersecurity, you can also consider being a cybersecurity auditor. The next one is a risk manager, which is basically the C risk offered also by ISACA. And for this role, you are responsible for mitigating risk, for assessing all the organizational setup and making sure that all the risk factors are properly monitored and they are put in place or checked so that whatever is going to happen, you are on top of it and you are aware, and before it skyrockets or gets out of hand, you're already on top of the issue. So CA risk is also a very, very fantastic certification to take that can land you your first cybersecurity job. The fourth one is going to be the CEH, which is the Certified Ethical Hacker. Now, if you want to get your hands dirty and you feel you have what it takes to fight the bad guys, you want to make sure that from your organization's point of view, you're able to access the systems, look at the vulnerabilities, look at how you can patch them so that the bad guys don't find out the vulnerabilities before you, then this is the role for you. This is also a fantastic certification to start with because it grounds you and it gives you a perfect foundation to build your career on. The next certification I'm going to be mentioning is the CISSP, which is regarded as the gold standard of certification in cybersecurity. Now, this is not entry level. This is not a certification you take when you're looking to start into cybersecurity. This is more of a certification you take to show people that yes, I'm grounded in this field, I am an expert, I know what I'm doing, and I aspire to get roles like a CIO role, a CISO role, or a CTO role. Top level cybersecurity roles are the roles you need to you want to take when you take the CISSP because it is regarded as the gold standard. And for bonus, I'm going to be mentioning one more, which is the CCSP, which is the certification you take if you want to become a cloud security expert. So I've mentioned being a cybersecurity analyst, risk manager, auditor, CISSP, the CEH. Now I'm talking about being a cloud security expert, which is where you take the CCSP. This is where I'm going to round up for today so as not to take your time. Next time I'm going to be talking about the top 5 in-demand skills in cybersecurity in 2022. So stay tuned, subscribe so that you don't miss. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.